In 1973, a computer predicted the end of human civilization. Tip: it will be soon. August 2, 2019, a MIT model predicted when and how human civilization would end. Massachusetts Institute of Technology. In 1973, a computer predicted the end of human civilization. Tip: it will be soon. Why was the program created? The prediction, which has recently reappeared in Australian media, was made by a program dubbed World 1. The program was originally created by computer pioneer Jay Forrester, who was hired by the Club of Rome to model how the world could sustain its growth. The Club of Rome is an organization made up of UN thinkers, former heads of state, scientists and bureaucrats with the mission of promoting understanding of the global challenges facing humanity, and proposing solutions through scientific analysis, communication and advocacy. The predictions: what World 1 showed was that by 2040 there would be a global collapse if population and industry expansion continued at current levels. As reported by Australian broadcaster ABC, the model calculations took into account trends in pollution levels, population growth, the amount of natural resources and the global quality of life on Earth. The model's predictions for worsening quality of life and the depletion of natural resources have so far been disturbingly accurate. In fact, 2020 is the first milestone imagined by World 1. That's when the quality of life must fall dramatically. The network presented the scenario that will lead to the disappearance of a large number of people. By 2020, the condition of the planet becomes highly critical. If we do nothing about it, the quality of life will drop to zero. Pollution will become so serious that it will start killing people, which will cause the population to shrink, lower than it was in 1900. At this stage, by 2040 to 2050, civilized life as we know it on this planet will cease to exist. Alexander King, the then leader of the Club of Rome, evaluated the results of the program, which also say nation-states will lose their sovereignty by predicting a new world order with corporations managing everything. King told ABC, "The sovereignty of nations is no longer absolute. There is a gradual decline of sovereignty, little by little. Even in the great nations, this will happen." How did the program work? World 1, the computer program, looked at the world as a system. The report called it a guided electronic tour of our behavior since 1900 and where the behavior will lead us. The program produced graphics that showed what would happen to the planet in the future. He plotted statistics and predictions for variables such as population, quality of life, natural resource supply, pollution and more. Following the trend lines, it is possible to see where crises can occur. Can we avoid the disaster? As a measure to avert catastrophe, the Club of Rome predicted that some nations like the US would have to curb their appetite for devouring the world's resources. He hoped that in the future world prestige would come from consumption, a fact that has not materialized so far. 9 out of 10 people around the world now breathe high pollution air, according to World Health Organization (WHO) data. The agency estimates that 7 million deaths each year can be attributed to pollution.